Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, and today home to the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona State's offense will get the ball first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Johnson. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's think a second about Arizona State. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, 5-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often. And you get 5 stars for a reason, because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. A short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Trojans offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking to throw. Right on the money. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Walters. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Walters. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. QB draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They march 79 yards on the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Still looking on the move. Got out of trouble and throws. It's on target and complete. And they get him down.
It's so much easier to play defense when you know where the quarterback's going to be. But when you got a guy that can move outside the pocket and make big plays like this, it's so hard to bring a blitz here, do I bring a blitz there? He continues to make big plays outside the pocket.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Pulls it in. It's Walters. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Finds his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snapped it in the shotgun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, thanks. You put these two programs together given the seasons they had, and we figured we might get a notable first half in this New Mexico Bowl. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the New Mexico Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Offside. Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the touchdown, Troy. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw on first down. catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
It's complete to the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success. If you're...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And the Sun Devils are threatening on first and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Vaughn. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a gap. It's Fitzgerald. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. catch in the middle. It's Carter. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. First down and more. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
The give to the tailback. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Troy! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Boom. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Spins away from the defense. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The lone back's got it. Quick spin on the run.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Caught in the backfield, it's Valentine. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Pushes ahead. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. Looking to throw. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Finds his big tight end. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
And what a mistake by the offense. Here in overtime, throwing that interception. They're now going to give the ball to the opponent. All they need is a field goal now to win.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. On the run, it's Fitzgerald. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. With the first possession of overtime, you have an opportunity to turn up the heat, but you're also one mistake away from putting yourself in a bad spot.
I'm about to say, turn up the heat and don't turn that thing over, because that pretty much guarantees you a loss. You got the football, you can still be aggressive, but I do like the run on the first play out the gate.
They're left with a 3rd and 5 on this opening possession of overtime. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. And here we go, a field goal try to win it. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a